Hello, Orange Army. It's another Delhi versus SRH match. So we have Yatrit from Delhi Capitals and Samrit from Orange Army. So let's start the session. And Rakshit here hosting. And firstly, let's go to Yatrit. And Yatrit, you had a good game in Hyderabad, and I can see that Varna celebration, going on viral in social media. And like, what's your view on that?
I mean, that win was dedicated to Warner himself. I mean, after what, like leaving that franchise, playing that game for all the Hyderabad fans, it was, he said that he couldn't give his last farewell to all the Hyderabad fans. So it was good to see that win coming off back in. And also, you were defending the lowest total ever in the IPL in that particular season by the Capitals side. So great win to have. We have already won only two matches, not so much in the tank, but still, like the tempo is up, the momentum is with us. Fingers crossed, you hopefully crumble our momentum in a way again.
Okay, so let's go to Samrud. And Samrud, you had a huge loss in a match to win in Uppal Stadium, but you people hasn't given up in the last over. And like, what's your view on it?
Well, I think definitely, like you said, the match should have been won by us, particularly with the batting strength we have. On paper, when you have guys like Markram, Klaassen, and Aiden Markram and Harry Brook in your team, you are expected to win those matches 9 out of 10 times. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, I mean, again, credit has to be given to Delhi bowlers to the way they bowled, especially Mukesh Kumar and the way they brought the game. It's the credit has to be given, but again, I think, like I said before, musical chair in the batting order. They've been
yeah,
changing the batting order too many times. But I think, like you said about Warner celebration, so 50-50 on that particular game, because we were happy to see David Warner back in
yeah.
Hyderabad celebrating, although not for our team, but still, we are all die-hard David
Carry it.
Warner
Yeah.
fans. He's given so much to the franchise, so felt happy for David Warner.
And also, like, I just wanted to add one thing. And after the match, he went to all the Orange Army fans. He greeted everyone, and which was a great gesture from Barner. And the next question is like, Yatra, do you see any changes for the next match?
Probably it said that when something is not broken, why to fix it? Exactly, that's the issue with us. So finally, we got a certain playing 11 with Shant Sharma coming back with all his experience. Team suddenly starts to look in some sort of spirit, because when the tournament started for us, this team looked in bits and pieces all around. Like someday someone is performing. We as a fan himself don't know that who is going to perform on a given day, but now we can actually rely on players, and the roles of each players are looking certain at this point. So don't want that to happen. That change in the shackle. The player themselves needs confidence. If you have taken someone, you should play them. Ripal Patel was the guy who was given an opportunity. Aman Khan did got. I mean, those two shots which he played coming on the pitch was quite surprising. But I hope the management to back him, because he is an exciting player, and there's a lot to play for. You have, because this is a side you have already played. You'll have some sort of confidence, and in subconscious mind you have that feeling that yes, you have defeated them, so you can do it yet again. So I just want themselves to back the players which they have confidence, and play good quality cricket, because T20 is a very funny game. You can be hero one day and you can be all over the place the next day around. So just trust the process and play good quality cricket till the last ball.
Okay, so Samrud, like, do you expect any changes in the playing 11 for the next match?
Well, I think for the starting 11, I think Mayank Dagar should come in for Washington Sundar. And through the impact player role, they can get in Abdul Samad. Although I want Sunrisers to use someone else, because Abdul Samad has not been giving that sort of a confidence to us. So maybe like a Sanveer Singh, maybe even Anmol Preet Singh is there. You can have Samarth Vyas as well. Yeah, Samarth Vyas as well, who have been doing well in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. So they might, try one of these. But as far as the starting 11 is concerned, I think Mayank Dagar will definitely come into play. And Delhi pitches, I think if it's on the slower side, it might not be a bad idea to get in Adil Rashid as well. If it's on the slower side, but if it's a good wicket to bat on, I think Jansen would be a better choice.
Also, I personally feel Mayank Dagar loves Delhi.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the first time when he captained Punjab Kings and the game was against Delhi Capitals, he scored a 99 not out. I mean, that was just remarkable.
Yeah.
So, like, Yatrit, like, one player you are looking forward for the next game from Delhi Capitals against SRH.
Uh, One player which I'm particularly looking forward are, I mean, there are a lot of players which I'm looking forward. I mentioned Aman Khan, Warner specifically, but one player who was in quite form but couldn't replicate that in IPL was Mitchell Marsh. I mean, the big Marsh who performed so very well against the Australia India series, but came to the IPL with 2 zeros. In the last match, he looked in some shape. He scored 25 or 15 rather balls, and I just want him to play in that way because he's the kind of player who can bind all the innings. If Warner on one end decide that he's going to show till the 20th over, Marsh on the other hand can exploit all the ballers around, and also this is a side which he is quite familiar with. You see all young faces, you see all places you see in the international circuit. Aiden Markram, Marco Jensen. So he already has a touch of flavor of how to play them, and especially when it comes to Kotla, the wicket is going to play on a slower side. So any total above 165, 170, 175 with DC spinner to come on in the later half, Mr. Marsh can really fancy charges to be that main guy who's going to bombard this batting innings, because we have seen Manish Pandey out of nowhere who's performing so very well for this team. So it just requires more support from the senior player, experienced player, and Marsh when he goes big, we all know what he can do.
And Samruddh, your same goes to you.
Yeah, like, look, to talk to, we have so many players, Harry Brook, Caden
Exactly.
Markram, Mayank, like we said, Mayank. So, but I'm looking forward to Heinrich Klaasen actually. Who knows, the game might go the same way like it did the last match, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, he could not finish it. But we saw the disappointment on his face. He was very, very disappointed when he got out. So, I'm looking forward, Heinrich Klaasen, if you're batting first to finish off, and if you're chasing, I think he will get the job done this time. And in the bowling department, Bhuvneshwar. I mean, what a spell Bhuvi bowled last match. And we all know that how Bhuvi joked with David Warner when they were on the live show. I'll get you out pretty early. So hopefully Bhuvi can do that in this game. Although I do want David Warner to score runs, but since he already has his celebration done, I think he can stay back in the pavilion this match.
And
Also,
this has been the scene with DC and SRH matches every time. I mean, there's quite a bit of rivalry when it comes to DC versus SRH. All matches goes out till the end of the wire. I remember that qualifier back in 2020 where Kane Williamson played that magnificent innings out of nowhere, and suddenly we get him out in the last over by Marcus Stoinis, and then again, Henrik Klaasen was taking away the game almost. So I mean, there are quite a few instances which you have seen around now.
And you mentioned that match. That was the best contribution of Abdul Samad for us up till now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And also there are many mutuals of SRH and DC because of
Yeah.
and also the next one is like Yatrid, your prediction for the next game, the final prediction.
I mean, mine says that it's going to be tough. It's going to be till the end of the wire, and the team who does less amount of mistakes, because you expect Dew to come around in that match. So the team which stays more calm, more focused, execute their plans, they're going to win out. But Hart says that momentum is our on side. So maybe we just cluster our points away. Maybe those 2 points yet again to bombard our tournament yet again, and that would be the way to go forward ahead. But mine feel that it's going to be really, really very tough.
And Samruddh, same goes to you, like your final prediction.
Yeah, I agree with that, Rat. Not on one thing, but I think the match is going to be really tough, and hopefully, like as a cricket fan, we all want to see some exciting game, and hopefully both teams put their best forward. But like I said, hopefully this time around Heinrich Klaasen and hopefully Markram can come into the fold this time around, and hopefully Sunrisers can get a win. It is good for the tournament as well. You don't want a team lacking behind. So I think I'll back my team, Sunrisers, to win, and hopefully we can equal the scores with DC this time.
Cheers. And also, Yatrid, the one word you wanted to, send a message to Orange Army.
To Orange Army, I mean, yes, I mean, DC-SRH has been a rivalry in itself. I mean, when you come to Delhi, you talk about Chole Bhatura, and when you go about Hyderabad, it's all about biryani taking over the place. So it's a lovely battle which we have seen all over the years. 2019, I remember that qualifier eliminator where Chemo Paul came into action. Qualifier 2 in 2020 against SRH. So there are quite happy memories for DC fans against SRH fans, and this has been a rivalry of North versus South, and this has always come out to be so happily together. David Warner return from Hyderabad back to Delhi was emotional moment for everyone, including the Hyderabad fan as well. So this rivalry on field, off field has been carried out so well by the fans as well as the players that this match is all to look forward. And when you talk about that mirchi masala and spiciness, this match can bring you all around. So I hope both the teams goes around well. I myself will be in the studios tomorrow cheering my team all the way. So let's see, it's going to be Roar Macha or maybe what do you guys say? It's Yeah, go
Orange
Orange
Triangle.
Army. So I really hope it's going to be the roar more than the go Orange Army. But let's hope for a cracker of a game.
Yeah. So Samrud, your message to the Capitals, DC Toli.
Well, look, Yatharth, we celebrated David Warner's success in the last match, like our own player. You
Yeah.
see, all DC fans have to agree to that. We celebrated his success more than anyone, and we accepted David Warner. He was back in our hometown. But now it all depends on you guys. You guys also have to return a favor. The best way you can return a favor by lose tomorrow's match, and marking the celebration. So this is just I want to say. But keeping things aside, we really hope that we'll have a great game and. Like the game that DC versus Mumbai Indians in Kotla, that was a fantastic game. Some sort of that game, but I think Sunrisers can come on the top in tomorrow's game. Hoping for a great game of cricket tomorrow.
So, guys, wishing both the teams good luck, and thank you, Samrud and Yatrat, for joining Orange Army Dugout. And let's hope for
Pleasure.
the best tomorrow. Bye.
Definitely. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you.